Hello everyone, this is Pete Swartz from Lancaster, Ohio. Some things are starting to heat up a little bit. Got a little excited last night. I was here in a hotel last night in Lancaster, the one across from the Hampton there on 33, the new one they're building. I can't remember the name of it. But as soon as I got my room, it was in 306, and I was there probably 20 minutes or so, and the room behind me, my headboard, was room 304. Well, when I heard somebody carrying equipment and stuff in there, I knew right then that it was probably the Freemasons there in Lancaster. But I do want to say it's not the Freemasons of Lancaster. It's an ex-Freemason of Lancaster doing this to me. He's no longer a Freemason. I believe they got rid of him because the stuff he does is not ethical, and they don't participate in the things that he does. So I believe he was discommunicated. As soon as I got in the room, as soon as the person behind me got in there, about 20 minutes later, my head was on fire and my body was radiating. So they were sending radiation, which is a frequency, and it destroys the body, destroys the muscle tissue, the joints in your knees, all your joints, your heart. It destroys everything. So they was hitting me with that for quite a while. Then they started hitting me with that high intensity microwave gun they have. A regular microwave gun, I could stop the rays coming at me, but that high intensity one, I had protection on my head, but it went right through it, and it hurt, literally hurt me. So I was so mad, I ran out of my room and I beat so hard on that door. The person in there probably thought it was coming off. He came out, and sure enough, he acted like he was asleep and everything. So, but I had called the law first, the Lancaster Police Department. They did come, and I told him I knew what he was doing to me, and I was going to beat the brakes off of him. And then the police department came, and they talked to me first. I told them what the guy was doing. I've done this. I've called the Lancaster Police Department to these hotels before, and they do not do anything about it. And it's so shameful. I knew the guy's got the equipment in the room, and you can't hide it. It's big equipment. And I said, "Officer, all you gotta do is go in this room and look." He says, "I cannot, violate his Fourth Amendment rights." I said, "Just to go in I'm the one that's being hurt. He's the one that's hurting me." And they would not go in there. He didn't even ask the guy if he could look. They just didn't care. And something's got to be done about that. I'm going to be going down to the police department tomorrow and probably talk with somebody higher up down there, and probably with the mayor. But something's got to be done. How can you, they follow you. I've been living in a hotel for over probably about 6 weeks now, every night, just to get away from them, because in my house, I can't sleep in my house anymore. It's got so much components and stuff in the walls and the ceilings, and it literally destroys your brain, and it just attacks you. And I got this under my hat. I'll talk about this later, but this is silver cloth under my hat, and it's doubled up quite a few times, and it protects me a lot from it. So anyway, the police department left. They didn't even ask if he could go in and look. They didn't care. So later on, the guy stayed kind of calm for a minute. Nothing was going on, and until the guy from the Freemasons in Lancaster, the one that's not there any longer, that's not part of their organization. He's being paid to do this. a lot of money. So, because I stole guys, my wife was somebody else's girlfriend, 16 years ago. This guy's a billionaire in China, so he's paying for it. So anyway, I went back to sleep, and the next thing I know, I wake up, and literally I thought my head was gonna spin off. I'm still hurting from last night. So I was so mad, I jumped out of the bed, and I literally, the wall, I was hitting it so hard, banging on it, calling him every name under the sun, and I literally put holes in the wall. I was so mad I didn't even realize what I was doing. So I got to go back, and I went and checked out of the room. I just grabbed my stuff and left at 1:47 a.m. this morning. I'm tired, I haven't slept, and now it's like going on 5 o'clock the next day. Just getting off work. So something has to change. I'm gonna have to go after this guy with everything I got. I'm gonna have to get some help or something, but he's got all the technology. But I'm smarter than he is, so we'll figure that one out. Microwaving, high intensity microwave done last night, and the radiation machine, and it's pretty big, so they couldn't hide it, but they would not go in that room and look. I just cannot believe that. So I'm gonna have to go to the police department tomorrow, and I'll let you know what happens. Thank you very much.